sing the song, probably more singing than talking, more singing than preaching. But those songs would get people ready. And those songs would educate people. Those songs would sing songs about Chief Pritchard and how bad he was and how we wasn't afraid of him. Those songs would sing songs about the conditions in the jails. Those songs would just let us know that we had to continue to struggle and continue to fight. And that look like those children, those women, those men, everybody sung the songs. These songs gave us courage, education, and gave us understanding of the movement, understanding of the struggle, and even looked like it laid out morals out and principles out and everything. And that once you sing these songs and get into these songs, then by the time Martin or whoever, SNCC people or local people, Miss Hamer, whoever, by the time they get up and say what they had to say, there's a song to back them up to make them strong. And then people like Granny Lou Hamer, not only did she make a good little talk, then she break out, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere, that freedom is coming. And Miss Hamer break out in her song, you finished. You're gonna demonstrate, you're gonna fight, you're gonna make a commitment, you're gonna do whatever.
Empowerment songs are songs of social significance, and they serve to establish a sense of shared or common ground. They originate from deep within the souls and history of an oppressed people, and have primarily relied on oral transmission. In facilitating cohesion and solidarity, it is the associative emotional meaning which truly qualifies these songs. The phenomenological factors which influence the transfer of such meaning can only be explained through a systematic and functional interpretation of their creation and their employment. A symbol both rises from and signifies this phenomenon. Testifying. We might better understand the concept of testifying if we first examine the concept of signifying. The origin of the term signifying remains obscure, though many scholars believe that black slaves brought the tradition with them to the New World. Hurston's formal innovations displayed the power of folklore as a discourse of resistance in the American South that encoded lessons about how to resist oppression. Testifying is the process for musical, textual, social protest. As a concept, testifying also employs the use of figurative language, but within the textual events of song. However, it also employs the use of figurative musical devices. Together, the musical textual events are discernible as metaphorical affirmations and protestations, which are evinced through participatory singing.
Hola from Rio de Janeiro. What we see behind me is the city landscape, and where I'm standing right now is actually what we most often consider to be the formal Rio de Janeiro. Salvador Bahia, beautiful city, and I expect to see some things that are somewhat different in Salvador than we saw in Rio. We hope to collect some very significant data regarding the cultural expressions of Africans displaced by the diaspora. Our primary purpose of coming to Salvador is here's where we're going to examine firsthand those cultural expressions that are currently manifested by displaced Africans who were brought to Brazil as a result of the African diaspora. Now this is important for several reasons. One is that oppression can be a subjective state of being or existence. For example, in order for there to be oppression, there must be someone who oppresses, and there must be someone who is oppressed.
Big problem in the favela.
Okay.
Favela here is a big problem. The gang, shot machine, killing the people for nothing. Yeah, I live in the favela.
You live there?
Yeah, bom sucesso.
Specifically, those ritualistic practices were candomblé or macumba, the music of candomblé, afoxé, capoeira, ritualistic drumming practices, and role assumption through the use of various masks.
As the final destination of just over 1 million Africans, Brazil took in more Africans than any other European colony during the period prior to 1770, and the heinous practice was centered in the sugar plantations and gold mines of Brazil. The essence of African drumming is rooted in the concept that simple rhythmic patterns played on rattles, drums, bells, horns, and other musical instruments simultaneously form a dense mixture of polyrhythmic impulses and invite the active participation of each member of the community. Distinctions between performer and observer become blurred as the infectious rhythms demand that the body react. Aesthetic experience involves focus on a phenomenally objective field, perception of the field as a stratified design which possesses a certain unity, and an awareness of regional quality. That is, those qualities described by words taken over metaphorically from human context.
Now, for example, in music, all music certainly has attributes. Those attributes are generally pitch, melody, harmony, timbre, texture. We could even go further. How does a composer take those attributes, manipulate them in such a way as to create a desired effect, attempting to appeal to your effort to assign it some value? And finally, the effective listener, which for us is the best kind, because it makes listening to music amenable to everyone. There's no formal training necessary. There's no knowledge of how to read music. It's simply listening and responding. And our responses will always be affective responses. That is, emotion, attitude, feelings that we interpret from our experience with how the composer manipulated the attributes.
As a musical textual process, testifying arises from and out of the twin pillars of abasement and oppression. For example, the process often employs an overt omission of textual assertions regarding caustic conditions such as abasement and oppression, and instead establishes figurations which express optimism. The musical events continue to parallel and amplify the textual figurations. However, in such instances, it is this very level of expressed optimism which implies the condition